All righty. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for popping on in here. Another coffee talk. And as everyone gets situated, we've got Mark Messimer, director of our outreach here, and as well as Alicia Hopkins here. Alicia making her debut, uh, right
Thank
in
you so
front of the
much.
camera.
Happy to be here.
Great to have you. So, for those who don't know, Alicia pretty much is the I guess what's the best way to describe her? A lot of times, me and Mark just show up to wherever Alicia points us to. So,
Exactly.
I guess that's the best way to put it. So,
That's the best way to put it. Be here at this time, teach this.
all right.
Off we go.
Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead in a second and go through, kind of take a look at what we've got, so far in 2025 and maybe a little peek what we've got planned in 2026. And that's also a great way for us to kind of, if there's any ideas from you all on what you're looking for, we'd love to hear it, right, Mark?
Yeah, that'd be great feedback.
Yeah. So, as always, if you have any questions for Mark or Alicia or me, you can feel free to put it in the chat, or if you want to come off mute, of course, as well, feel free to go ahead and raise your hand. We'll bring you up there. But definitely go ahead and use that chat there. So, having said all that, as everyone kind of is just getting in here with their coffee and settling in here, it is a coffee talk. There we go, Mark.
I got
Nice,
mine.
nice. Got your brand new MLS Listings mug. But yeah, like I said, Alicia, you've really put together quite a program for us this year, and one of the things I love about it is we're really giving different flavors for agents if they're, all types of agent, buyer's agent, listing agent, whatever it is, but also time frame wise to come on in and learn stuff. Maybe if they only have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or if they have the whole hour, right? There's something for everybody. So, um, and
Absolutely.
I think you got to do, if you want, I'll go ahead and I'll turn it over to you if you want to go ahead and share your screen because I know we got some slides to show. Um,
Sure, let me go ahead and share.
So, David, while she's setting up, back in the day, when you and
right.
I first started, we were in the classroom. It was all
Yeah.
about, we were doing two classes a day, but we had 5 counties to cover, all the way from Daly City, literally, almost down to San Luis Obispo. I mean, there was a lot of territory to cover. So we couldn't teach a lot of people in a single day because
Right.
we were doing a lot of driving. And, with, 2020, we started to do remote teaching before 2020, but 2020 really kicked us into the virtual classroom environment.
Yeah, we were kind of looking to go that way already, when that what was that shelter in place took place and we
Yeah.
all went homes. But you're right, we were driving to, Monterey or whether it was San Mateo, Monterey, but it was, a long drive. And then, that was pretty much it. And then we'd teach and then we'd drive home, right? So there wasn't the ability to go ahead and do what we do now was with
Right.
the Zoom world is, this is what, it's 11 in the morning and after this coffee talk, we could go jump into a brokerage meeting and, we don't have to have that, limitation on the whole driving.
Right.
So it really is an efficiency standpoint, really nice. And so we kind of were lucky that we had started that kind of realm getting into the digital studio, before we actually had to anyway, right?
Right.
So for us, it was kind of an easier transition. And that led us to really kind of beef up, our work on the YouTube channel and our videos and all our training methods. So, and that's where we find ourselves today. I see we've got the online learning. Alicia's got that up there. Um,
We can
and
we can
go
talk
ahead.
about where we've been in 2025 and where we'd like to go in 2026. So let's go ahead and get started. For those who may not know, online training our training department is really broken up into three different types. So our online training not only brings series throughout the year for different tools and different topics that are available, but we're also trying to focus a little bit on assisting the agent in meeting your client's needs. So, for example, if we're bringing a session on CMA, instead of just teaching one type of CMA, your clients have different needs and expectations. So we may bring 3 or 4 different types of CMA, give an overview on those tools, and then you're able to meet your clients' needs a little more frequently. So just giving you the options of what is available is always a good thing to do. Our video training and articles are always available. So for those looking for a really in-depth, step-by-step. We have pro support pages that have all the instructions there. And then we also may have quite a few videos in our YouTube page for learning any of the tools that we have available. So those are always available to you 24/7 at your disposal. And in addition, we also have specialized training for brokerages. So a branch manager may need assistance in reviewing a tool that we have available. They may want Mark and Dave to come in and talk about clear cooperation, whatever it is. This is another way that we can be available to them and give the brokerages a little more value to bring to their agents. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. We did, as Mark and Dave were talking about, we did do very well in teaching people how to use our tools. And we have years of videos repeating those same objectives over and over. But in 2025, we really tried to expand. So we're learning together how and when and where to put each one of these tools in your transactions. So as you're going through your business, you'll know what tools are available if you're a listing agent, if you're a buyer's agent, where you can just kind of fill those in into your own business and really help to give your clients the full tools of MLS listings as well as our vendors, because we have many, many vendors that are available through your membership. So those tools are also really important to bring up. In addition to that, of course, we have our foundation series. So we're trying to connect and provide a little more guidance to the new agents. These may not be brand new agents. They may just be agents that are new to MLS listings, or they may be agents that are just looking for a refresher. Those are always welcome as well. Our foundation series repeats every month. So we have 4 classes that we do every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And you can join any or all of those. And sometimes even I've noticed, Mark, we do have agents that come back because they're just not aware of how much a tool has changed.
Right.
Haven't been training
Right.
in a couple of years or even a couple of months sometimes, and you come back and you learn, oh, our intro matrix has expanded, whatever it is. There's details in there that you're just not getting as you're going through your business. So
You
it's a
bet.
great refresher as well.
And Alicia, I think we're finding also that users, young and old, they can plug into the foundation series during any of the weeks. It's not like, oh,
Absolutely.
I didn't take week 2, so I don't know what to do for week 3. No, just plug right into week 3 and do 3, 4, 1, 2 in a series.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any of these are interchangeable. You can join us any week and get the update. And they are always repeated. So in 2026, we're going to change that up a little bit, but I'll show you that slide when we get there. In addition, also, we have the tools for the teams, agent teams, and for brokerage and association staff. So I worked in brokerage offices for over 20 years, and I helped agents with marketing, social media, listing presentations, CRMs, whatever. The list can go on and on. And what I found was when they were going into the MLS that we were working with, I wasn't very knowledgeable about the skills that they needed to help them with MLS. So what we're trying to do is help expand the training to include your support systems, because there's so many people doing so much work for the agents that just need to be aware of how to skillfully get that done for the agents as timely as possible. So we have different sessions that we go through at different times in the year, and those will be coming up, but just to help expand our reach quite a bit. So that I find has helped a bit. It's something new that we've brought on. We also have our vendor training. So we have a lot of vendors that we work with that may offer you things as being a member of MLS listings. So you get to have their expertise come to you, especially for these specific sessions. So we want them to bring the training to you. They have all the updates, they have all the knowledge, they know up to the date what's happening, and we may not be aware because this is a vendor. So we're bringing them in, and actually this week we have Rent Spree and who else do we have? Ad Builder coming up this
Yeah.
week. So good to have. If you have not signed up for those, go to our calendar of events page and you can sign up for those. But
Right.
will be
And
coming through.
Michelle, Alicia, I will go, Dave, even 15 years back. Back in those days, you and I pretty much we could handle search and list and, a tax program, maybe a mobile device. But we have so many vendor partners now that
Right.
it's really important. You and I can't know, literally 20 different applications at an expert level. So Alicia, we bring the expert in.
I think, yeah, I think it hit us when we were talking, and it was like we had 14 different ways to do, CMAs, like,
Right.
and you're right. It was hard to be an expert on every single vendor in there. So what's great is we've got such good relationships with them. They come in and give us, their trainers are teaching it,
Yep.
and so you get it straight from them, all the Easter eggs that they know of, and we got some fantastic trainers out there, and so whether it's Realtor.com to Cuba Casa. You can see all of them. And we also would try to record them, right? So that we can go ahead if you can't make it live, and then we get it up on our YouTube channel after the fact. You can see that webinar 101, 102, 103 are all Cuba Casa ones, which have been a big hit. But yeah, it's really fantastic to have their trainers come in and answer any questions and be available for us. So
Right.
Absolutely. And we're also expanding in our year-end series. We try to expand into topics that we really can't be experts in, such as negotiations, mental health, whatever it is. We're trying to get speakers that come in to help you build your business that way. So there may be AI or business development classes that we like to provide to you. And so we bring these experts in to make sure that you have access to those. And so those are always available to you. Those are free classes. So please sign up if you have not. The QR code is here for this specific series, and you can sign up for any and all of the classes. Jessica is coming up. We just missed Haley this Friday or last Friday. That will be recorded. That was recorded, however, and will be up on YouTube soon. Jessica will be here this week or this Friday, so be sure to join us for that. And of course, RPRRealtor.com and the AI person will be
So
really.
Alicia and Jessica's not talking about, we're not just list and search anymore.
Mhm.
Right. We really dive into the agent's, complete business life. Whether it's, getting organized for it, how to do a great show, what do you do for a listing presentation? And for Jessica, it's how to thrive under the intense pressure of real estate. I mean, there's just no way around it. Our subscribers have picked a career that has its stress points. And
Absolutely. And this year specifically has been
yeah,
quite challenging. So if there was ever a time to learn how to manage stress, this may be ideal.
yeah. And I think
yeah.
and if you can't make the other four, you gotta come for Angie. You gotta come on November 7th. Dave, you and I and Alicia, we've heard Angie present before. I've seen her live at NAR shows and things like that.
Yeah, she's our national trainer. She's
Yeah,
fantastic. Really is. Always brings great content. All these, I tell you, I was really impressed with we just did the first one last Friday,
with Haley.
with
Yeah,
Haley and coffee and contracts, and I mean a ton of information regarding the whole social media. The whole thing was with turning leads into actual clients, right? So it's application and just some really good tips on staying on messaging and branding and with Instagram and all the social media is so important now. So that one will get up on YouTube. She was fantastic. I'm sure they're all going to be fantastic, but you're right. On the November 7th, I think everyone's got that date circled for Angie there because she is such a fantastic
she's a
presenter.
headliner, as they say.
You're
And
right, right.
and Alicia, I think it's really, it really, really strengthens or reiterates that we're not just about list and search, and we're not just about teaching you how to punch the buttons. All of our trainers, whether it's Dave or I or yourself or these great five guests or five speakers we're bringing on, talk about how to plug it into your world, right? We apply it to the world. It's not just about click this button now, hit print, and then do this. Right? Call me if you need me. We've taken them MLS. You've taken the training department well beyond the how to. You're really touching on the why.
Yeah, I think we were very strong in teaching, and we're trying to expand into more of a training kind of
Yeah.
system. So just giving you The tools are great, but teaching you when and why to use them is the next step. It really helps in your business. So this year we did have our online training. We introduced some live sessions. We did specific specialized sessions, and we did have our office tools session. In 2026, we would like to make a couple changes, but first I wanted to see if we could run a poll. Let me see if I can get this done for your preferences on how you like to learn. So it should be up now for those who
I
are
see it.
answering the agent training preferences. We have the mini video, the short video, the long video, reading articles, live sessions, and then self-paced e-learning courses are also on our radar. So a lot of our training coming up in 2026 is in response to the feedback that we've had, and we love having your feedback. If you don't have time to answer this poll now, if there's ever something that you come up with later, we always invite you to email us at prodev at MLSlistings.com. That does get to all of the trainers at the same time. So you are welcome to do that anytime. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move along as that's being done. And our live event changes. I know that many of you like the live events. You want to see.
We're still seeing the poll
Nope. I'm going to go ahead
in front of your great slides about live events.
So we're going to go ahead and end the
And my picture's on this slide, so I'm sort of partial to this slide.
I think short videos looks like has been the winner there, which is what we've been seeing more and more.
Exactly.
Right?
We've been
It's good to see it and reaffirm it, but everyone's so busy, and it's not, people really don't have, agents don't have a full hour a lot of times to go on, and just sit down and attend a class. They're looking for a 5-10 minute video, and then they're out about their day, right?
Right.
And so we try to get both flavors where, hey, if you just need that answer, you got that 5 minute video, it's there for you. But there is also those need for, sometimes more in depth, like the speakers we just showed. So,
Gotcha.
Or just depending on the topic, really, that you're trying to.
Right.
And
Right.
our live sessions are always available as well. If you have a question about anything, anything related to training or anything related to our tools, anything related to a vendor, you're always welcome to bring those to the live events. In 2025, we did have our coffee talk, our training drop-in, and our open forum. The only change we'll really be making is changing the training drop-in to 1 hour twice a month instead of 2 hours once a month. For 2026. So right now, I think that's going to help people get it into their schedule as well. So it gives a little more of an option for those, but always welcome to join us at those. Coffee Talk, of course, where we bring one of the guests from MLS Listings to you in order for you to ask them any questions. They can bring you updates on what's happening in each one of the departments, because that, as Dave knows, that's been something that they really like to see.
Yeah,
And Alicia,
these are really, Mark, I think have been, especially the middle one, they see that training
yeah,
drop in. That's this Thursday. So, it's a great way. We're going to be there for 2 hours, 1 to 3. But if you want to just pop in and just ask a question that maybe something that's a pain point or whatever you need help with, and then you're free to go out your day.
yeah, get on out.
Right. And so we had a great question last time. We had an agent say, I needed, what was it, an 80, I need to probably find a property in San Mateo or Santa Clara County that has an
Right.
ADU on it
Right.
under this 1.5 million and yada, yada, yada. And so, that's really was kind of a perfect example of what it's there for. And then once we did it, the agent was happy and then took off.
Yeah, off they
Um,
went.
Right. And so some stay for the entire time and just kind of listen if they have the time, and maybe they learn stuff by listening and just seeing what other questions agents have. And that's great as well. But we try to give these flavors here where you can see whether it's a coffee talk, we can come in, learn, and just, if you want to ask a question, same with a training drop in, and then the open forums, which we do every month, right? The last Tuesday of the month.
Last Tuesday at 2.
That's always fun, with I'm there, Alicia's there, Mark, you're there, Michelle's there. We really got everybody.
We
Jeffrey
got product
Lambricks.
management, we got rules, we've got, we're going to bring in the finance group next, I think, because you just never know what question comes through, and we want to have the right person in the room, answer the question, get on with your day.
Yeah, Jeff McBride's there, our support director,
Yep.
and so it's we always lead off with a topic, but then we really open it up to Q&A, and it's really anything goes from there, for the second half of it. So that's usually well attended. So it's a great way for us to hear things, and I know our board members often attend, and oftentimes you'll see something that's brought up at that it goes on the next agenda for the next
Yep.
board meeting. So it's a great way to be heard if you've got something to say as well. So, good stuff.
So that's so not much will change in that part, but
Okay.
that one. In foundations, we are going to be making one slight change in order to welcome the new members more consistently. We're going to change the first session. So the series has four. There's the first session called Foundations and Fundamentals. It's always the first week. We're going to change that to every Tuesday instead. So that will be available each week for anybody who's joining that week. And then our regular classes, we'll have four core classes on Wednesdays at 9. That will be continuing as well. So if you've already done fundamentals, you don't have to go to the Tuesdays, but that's for anybody to catch up that has joined over the weekend, the last week, whatever it is. So that'll give them a little more time to acclimate into MLS listings. In Q3 and Q2 next year, we'll be changing our listing office tools and our buyer's office tools just a little bit in order to more accommodate the agent's needs and their requests for shorter classes. We're looking to do our speed sessions on Monday. So that'll be 30 minutes instead of the hour-long session that is normally done. And the hour-long session is moved to the Friday. So if you come on Monday, you get the short session and you're like, I need more information, you're welcome to come again on Friday. If you want to send your team member on Friday, whatever it is, your assistant, they're welcome as well. If you do want to just do a full session, you can just join us on Friday. So it just gives you a little more options, just trying to fit into your schedule easily and more effectively. So hopefully that is helpful for next year. We'll also have our vendor trainings. We have had them sprinkled in and out throughout the year. This time in 2026, we've strengthened our partnerships so well that we're having them come once a month. So a lot of these vendors, almost all of these vendors will have a time slot already predetermined for each month, and they'll be coming to us with their topics, whatever is newest and greatest in their departments, any updates that they need to bring. So they'll have access to our agents every month, and these will also be recorded and available on YouTube as well. Those are always good to have. Our OLB, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead,
Oh
Dave.
no, Alicia, I just wanted to point out to the on the foundation series, right, that we do every morning, every 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. Let's say it's a CRM we're doing, it's CRM or whatever topic it is, but I've got a question on Matrix. I just happen to have. They can pop on in. Last like we open a Q&A, right, on all these the last 15 minutes or so. So
Absolutely. If there's Q&A, I can always call in Dave, I can call in Mark, whatever it is, we can get your answers available. So absolutely. So we have live sessions, but we also have the foundation sessions that are live as well.
right.
And then of course, our listing office and buyer's office tools are sessions that are live with us. So if there is any issues that you have, come on in and we'll talk about it then. Absolutely.
Cool.
So join us anytime. The vendors we've discussed, and then we'll also have an expanded offering for online learning for brokerages. So that's when the branch manager brings in Mark, Dave, whoever it is, to talk about a specific topic. Maybe it's a specific tool from MLS listings. Maybe it's a topic such as compliance or clear cooperation, whatever it is. This is when our branch managers have access to us and are able to bring us directly to their agents for that hour or half hour, however long it is.
You know,
So
Alicia, I love teaching those courses because we're able to really sort of localize the training. If we're in Santa Cruz, yeah, we're going to talk about up by the college or over on the Lower West Side. We're going to dive into the neighborhoods that brokerage is focused within, and really tailor the searches, really tailor the results for the types of properties you will be involved with in those neighborhoods for that brokerage.
Absolutely. And any of the topics that come up that their branch manager or their staff have heard repeatedly, they're able to bring that to us too and get the answer straight from the horse's mouth, really, to see what the answers are from MLS listings. So it's always good to have us available for them.
And Alicia, if how would let's say somebody in this, that's with us today, thinks it's a good idea, they, bring the training to the office. How can they help get that set up?
If you can reach out to me, my email is on this slide below,
Oh, there it is. Yeah, down there.
Yeah, and then I can help you get you started. Absolutely.
Okay.
No
Okay.
problem. And then we'll also have one more item in YouTube in 2026. Of course, we have years worth of
Hmm.
different trainings available on YouTube. We'd like to have, we're going to, of course, have our updated vendor sessions. We're going to be updating some of the longer sessions that we have, see if we can shorten them up just a bit for you, see if we can really target our objectives on each one of those, and then also introduce more shorter trainings available. So to get you in and out as quickly as possible with the tools that you absolutely need at that moment is the goal. And of course, as we're learning, self-paced e-learning will be something that we look into as well. But YouTube, always a great tool. If you have not subscribed yet, I know that Dave would kill me if I didn't ask you
Yeah,
to.
when we started out, right, Mark, it was talking about, going into COVID. We had, you know, what, 300 subscribers to our
Yeah.
YouTube channel. We had video that just wasn't really a priority, and then that all changed. Now we have what, almost 4,500
Yeah, we're coming in on
subscribers.
4,500 right now.
And out of 16,000, 17,000, agents. So that's pretty good. It's a pretty good benchmark. And I think agents have become accustomed to where to go, right? To get
Right.
training materials. I have YouTube right there, and I know I'm going to find a little video that's, just short and brief. I watch YouTube for all types of stuff, right? Nowadays you can, anything you need to know, right? We watch that quick little video. And I'm betting that our poll is going to reinforce that as well, that those short mini videos, right, are kind of what agents prefer. And then we still have those other flavors that Alicia showed there. Those OLB classes as well. The nice
The
thing is,
brokerage
because
classes, yeah.
yeah, those brokerage classes we offer, of course, Matrix and CMA and CRM, and we have a nice ADU class and things we kind of, do. But you could go ahead and, really put together, like, if you just wanted maybe custom 4 classes. I need a CMA class
Yeah.
for my group. I need a listing management, right? And Alicia will go ahead and put together a nice little 4 or 5 class. And a lot of brokerages do that. We'll be there for a month, and not just for their new agents, but a lot of times for
For those
seasoned agents as
veterans.
well, right? The
Oh,
veterans who
yes.
need a refresher, right?
Uh,
Um,
and Dave, we can even throw in rules, right? What rules to stay compliant with. We can talk about clear cooperation. We can talk about members only. I mean, it's
right.
not, once again, not just punching the buttons. It's how do we market using listing management so I get the right flow of information, to the major sites. That kind of that's our
Yeah.
sweet spot.
Yeah, I think that, especially with listing management, because a lot has changed, and we're always adding things to it, with AI and, but yeah, with members only, a lot of times agents, I think are wondering, am I using it, right? Do I even
Right.
need to use it, and some of the details. Sometimes agents don't like to ask the question. They think, oh, but that's what we're here for, to really go ahead and dive into those things and let you know. And sometimes the answer is, hey, yeah, it's just more flexibility for you
Correct.
out there for members only. But I've had some agents go like, do I have to use it? And I'm like, no.
No,
90% of our listings are just active, but for that other 10% there, that may be a perfect solution for them. And,
correct.
if you don't go to the class, you might not know about it. So,
Mm.
Absolutely. And then the last thing I wanted to share was our social media. So we do have podcasts as well. I know that that has been really amped up this year, Dave. I know that was your pet project.
Yeah, everybody's on this, podcasts obviously really are growing segment, right? Out there. And so it makes sense. You're going to an open house, and a lot of our agent subscribers, are in the car, driving to wherever. So we wanted to make it available. So we went ahead and got that Apple podcast part of the world up too. So we still have the YouTube, but we also have that Apple podcast. So if you're in
Right.
the car, and whether it's, economics, statistically speaking, and and maybe just listen to who was our last presenter there. It was with Realtor.com, I believe, is economist. But we have a lot of
Mhm.
cool stuff, and a lot of times what we do is we'll take something like we do today, like this coffee talk, and then we'll repurpose it. We'll, if
Yep.
there's not a lot of graphics involved, and we'll go ahead and send it on over to the Apple side of the world so you can listen to it. So definitely, if you like podcasts and you find yourself in the car and maybe just want to listen to it on the way to your next appointment or whatever, it's perfect there.
I think it's another one of those examples of MLS listings just staying up with or in front of the learning behaviors of the working professional. Right. And because, go back to the start of this discussion, Dave, we were in the classroom twice a day, right? And,
Right.
that's all we could do. But now we're working with people they're learning while they're driving. They're learning while, I've seen my wife take a Pilates class, an instructor's class while she's cooking, right? I mean, we just learn in different ways now. The bite-sized chunk concept of they used to come for a 90-minute class. No, they just want 10 minutes,
Mhm.
and we've adapted accordingly.
Yeah.
Alicia's incorporated video in the classroom environment as well, blending the learning content, because different people learn different ways. And so we're taking advantage of all the different media, and the different ways of mixing learning environments and getting it to where people like, to the physical location they like to learn or enjoy getting information. And one of those is you're driving down 280. It's going to be a half an hour by the time you get from Cupertino to the southern end of San Jose. Let's learn something along the way.
Yeah, it's a different world than it was a few years back, right? We had to adapt when we kind of saw it already shifting. But remember, we used to do, gosh, 3-hour class.
Yeah,
And it was, and looking back, it sounds insane because
it
I
sounds
don't.
prime evil.
Right. It's like 3 hours. It's almost kind of counterintuitive because it's like after an hour, I think everyone's fried, especially that class was like a new beginner class
Yeah,
for ages just starting out. And now it's like, it seems to be we're trying to do everything in more like 15-minute, 30-minute chunks because that's just where it's at right now. Maybe who knows, that pendulum swings back and forth, but right
absolutely.
now that's where we're finding ourselves. And that's why I'm so grateful for everyone who took the time to fill out that poll for
Yeah,
us
it's
because
it's that stuff is incredible for feedback. Not only to acknowledge we're hitting it, we're doing it right, but there's also hey, you missed this one. You really need to have that capability. So,
yeah, yeah.
keep us informed, folks. We've got a lot of creativity and adaptability available for you. Let us know how you like to learn and where you like to learn.
Wonderful. And
Absolutely. And
uh,
that is the end of the slides I had to share today.
Okay.
great,
Well,
Alicia.
you made me think, David, while she was training, which
Mhm.
is right here, the new Pro Dashboard. Because new
Sure.
Pro Dashboard has, you know, the big things coming up, in our world on our calendar, promotions that are out there. Dave, you now have this whole upcoming training card that's available. You can see what's coming up over the next couple of weeks and click in. And then, Dave, there's all your video stuff. Um, all the video stuff
Nice.
from YouTube is all
Yeah, yeah,
available
front
too.
and center. It really use that pro dashboard to your advantage like that, right? You can go ahead and move those cards around. I always love to see when agents have that feature card right there, so you can see because we placed it right there, all the cool new stuff we've got coming. So definitely take advantage of that.
It's where the
Uh,
cool kids are hanging out.
it's definitely.
Uh,
Uh, and we do have a lot of stuff coming up. I mean, I know what Q1 we're gonna have, the Totality coming out with their new CMA
yep.
products, as well as all of our speakers and presenters here. So it's a nice way to go ahead and not miss out on anything just by having that feature update card right there.
Now, Alicia, there's also is there an email campaign that also takes place behind all these different events? Do you send out information in people's emails in basket or
Sure,
inbox?
absolutely. When you do get the invitation, there will be a link to go ahead and register right then. Once you register, there'll be reminders that are automatically sent to you. And then when it is complete, if you've attended the training, a recording will be sent to you then as well. The foundation sessions are not recorded. However, any of the videos that I share are sent in an email directly after the class to all of the attendees. So you're able to review the information that we shared in the class anytime you need to. So it is available for you. We try to make it as easy as possible and just meet you where you are.
Yeah. And they can always reach out to ProDev, right, as well. ProDev. So if you ever have a question, a training need, or you want to schedule whatever as well, ProDev, one way or the other, it's probably going to end up towards Alicia's side of the world. We'll make sure it gets there. But yeah, ProDev at MLSlistings.com, pretty much for anything. That goes to all of us there. And so I know it's a quick way to get an answer for you, especially if it's training related. So
Bet.
take advantage of that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, did we hit all our topics that we wanted to hit here? I'm looking at chat. Let me just make sure. I don't think we have anything in the chat. If anyone has any questions for us, love to answer them. Um, just peering over here and seeing if we have anything. Otherwise, I'm thinking maybe we'll go ahead and give people back a few minutes of their day here. Uh, and thank everyone for popping in. Are we doing a November coffee talk, Alicia?
I believe we are.
Yep,
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
we
we
are.
usually don't. Yeah, I think we have one more to go.
Yeah.
So we'll try to wrap up this year
Mhm.
strong, right? Because we've had really, we started in January with these coffee talks, and we've had, from support, Jeff McBride, all the directors on here. We've had product development, product management, talk, I think actually they might be coming back to kind of talk about what we got going on in 2026 in November
I would
as well.
Absolutely.
imagine, and that Robert Bustamante from compliance always gets the biggest attendance.
He
Yeah,
does.
I don't know what it is with that guy. I think it's all his family he invites or something. But Robert's always got good information. He'll be the October open forum guest as well
yeah,
this year.
it's true.
Uh,
He always blows away our numbers.
yes, he does.
He's a
Uh,
popular man, I tell you.
uh,
And
So
just a heads up that November and December kind of get a little sketchy with the
yeah.
calendars, but you can always refer back to our calendar of events if you have any questions on that.
fantastic. Mark, Alicia, thanks for popping on into this coffee talk. I
You are most
appreciate
welcome, Dave. Glad to
both
be
of
here
you.
with everyone.
Thank you for
Awesome, man. And once again, yeah, you guys please reach out to us if you have any needs. And we'll hope to see you in the next training and in the next coffee talk. So everybody have a great week, huh?
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Take care, everybody. Make sure to check out our pro support page for additional videos on a full range of topics. And don't forget to click that subscribe button on our MLS Listings YouTube page.